Hi, and welcome to It Is Well PT YouTube channel. I am so glad you are here. Today we're going to talk about foam rolling, and while I wish I could say it is a magic wand that you roll over your muscles and you won't have any more injuries, or your performance will exponentially increase, or your recovery will, really it's just a tool in our toolbox, right? So research goes on the side of it's the best recovery tool in history to it really doesn't do anything, and it just lies in the middle like most things, right? So we want to add this to our toolbox and do other things in conjunction with it so that we can get the best results and recover the best we can. Some of those things might be nutrition, hydration, sleep is a huge one, mobility work, all of those things, the list goes on and on. So today I am going to show you a few exercises that you can do to add, whether it's 5 minutes before your workout to stimulate those muscles and get them firing and going, or just to loosen up a little bit right before you're working out, or right after to stimulate blood flow or break down myofascial adhesions. There's all these theories about what it actually does, but again, it's a great tool. It's super easy to use, super quick, and it's cheap, right? It's $15 from your local store or Amazon or wherever you want to purchase things, and it's mobile, so you can take it on the road with you, you can leave it in your living room, things like that. It doesn't take much space and it's not very heavy, so it's a great tool to add. While you can use this for your upper body, I'm going to show you lower body exercises because that is where you want to use this mainly, because you have more tissue and you don't want to be rolling this over your bones or anything like that. And if you're like me and don't have a lot of muscle mass on my upper body, I'm going to be using it mainly on my legs. So we're going to go over quad, hamstring, IT, adductors, and calves. If you want extra, or you want to learn how to mobilize your thoracic spine, all those kind of things, just comment and I'll get to those as well. The first one I'm going to show you is for your hamstring. Hamstring is the back of your thigh, so you're going to put the foam roller underneath your thigh, and then you're going to push up with purpose. So a lot of times people get really lazy and they're coming down here while they're watching TV or talking to somebody, and what I want you to do instead for all of these movements is do them with purpose, okay? Watch what other parts of your body are doing, not just the one that's on the foam roll. So for this one, pushing away with your arms, pushing into the ground with your heel on the opposite leg, and then adjusting your body weight accordingly onto that thigh. And then again, same thing for your calf. We want to roll in the same direction as the muscle fiber. So for your hamstrings, calves, quads, IT band, adductors, they're all in that same kind of linear direction, and so that's what we want to do. If you're going for the back of your knee, so for some reason that is a little bit sore, one, maybe get that checked out, but I typically like to use a lacrosse ball or something a little bit more specific for that. And then for your adductor, you lay on your side, put it underneath the inner thigh, support yourself either with this hand or with just your elbow, and then tight core, pushing up with the opposite leg, and then adjusting body weight as needed. For your quad, I like to do inner and outer thigh just because it is such a big muscle. You can do that for your hamstring too, but with this one I also like to put my knee underneath my hip. This is because if we're doing it with both knees, a lot of people do this number or this, and you can see how much lumbar lordosis or back extension I am getting, and that can just cause some unnecessary back pain that we don't want to happen. So if that's you, either tighten up your core, okay, so get that nice core activation, and then you can roll, or just put that knee underneath your hip and then adjust body weight accordingly here, okay? And then lastly, for your IT band, you're gonna come to your side. You can put that foot in front of you like this, or a little bit back behind you depending on what feels comfortable. Again, supporting yourself on your elbow and rolling back and forth. Now if you get to a point where you're like, wow, that's a little bit more sore than the others, just hold it there. It might be a trigger point, it might just be a little bit more sore, and you're just gonna breathe nice and slow inhales and exhales, maybe slowly moving it back and forth, and then in with some big strokes and move on. Those are my tips and tricks for foam rolling and the reasons why we foam roll. Again, it's just a tool in our toolbox. So if you want more tips and tricks, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.